All right, give me a minute here. Give me a minute. Give me a minute here. In 2 minutes, I'll start. When it hits the 2-minute mark, I'll start. Give me a minute, please. Give me a minute. Hey, Nazoo, how you doing? Just give me a minute, please. Please give me a minute here. When it hits the 2-minute mark, I'll start, okay? Give me a minute. All right, 1 minute, I'll start, okay? Kind of like to wait a minute, 2 minutes, because, people kind of join in. It's been to the very end, so I give you a little time here, Let's see. Okay. Coleman, yes. Okay, just give me a minute. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, I will start. All right? Let's give me a little time here, please, okay? I always want to give people 2 minutes exactly, So wait a minute here. Wait. 15 seconds, I'll start. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bingo. All right, let's get started now. Well, in this video, I'd like to talk about Diamond and Silk in North Korea. Now, Diamond and Silk, anybody should know, is they testified before Congress and everything else, And I always notice, you have two conservative African-American ladies, Trump supporters, testifying for Congress, and it kind of baffles me how the left was just trying to drill these two and everything else. And they're saying Diamond and Silk was like very rude to them and stuff like that, bitching about that, And here's the kicker about all this between Diamond and Silk and Zuckerberg, or the CEO of Facebook. The CEO of Facebook, when he testified for Congress, he didn't do it under oath, which he should have been under oath for that, which he should, Yet they made Diamond and Silk just testify under oath on that one. The difference is two conservative ladies, minority ladies, and one liberal libtard white guy. Get the picture here? They're saying we're racist and shit, Yet they gave a liberal white male a lot more slack than Diamond and Silk, which is two African-American conservative females who support Trump. So you have two very smart and strong ladies versus one weak-minded, nerdy white guy. You see the difference here? Because Diamond and Silk was bringing it back to them, because while I've seen these two ladies, they don't take shit from nobody, especially from the liberal Democrats. Because like they said, that they lived on the Democratic plantation. They know what it's about. That's why they left the Democrat plantation. They said they decided they no longer want to be slaves. So they left the plantation and became free, independent thinkers and became conservatives. More of that later on in the video. I'll talk about that later. I'm talking about Diamond and Silk right now. And see, Diamond and Silk with their live feed stuff made it successful at it, Millions of views, over millions of views, let's put it that way, Going out there, telling it like it is, tell how they feel, and basically trashing the libtards and the Democrat Party, because then themselves used to be their slaves, yet they left because they got smart, because they learned. They figured the shit out for themselves. They're saying, I'll no longer be sheep. I'll leave this plantation and be a member of a free society, basically. And that's exactly what they did. So we should respect them for that, and we should support them on that. Diamond and Silk, like President Trump, needs all the support we can give them. They need our support now more than ever. They get, I don't think banned from Facebook. They get a little trouble with Facebook. Say they create a danger community, some shit, bullshit reason. Like bullshit. They don't like Diamond and Silk because they're conservative African females. Bottom line. See, in their lives, the libtard's eye, this is how they feel. If you're conservative, white male, you support Trump, they will be more accepting to that, to a minority supporting Trump, and as a conservative. They have no tolerance for minority conservatives, basically. Guys like me, white male Trump supporters, some tolerance, but minorities have to be Trump supporters and conservative, no tolerance for them, basically. Because in the libtard's eyes, especially the white liberals, thinks that all minorities, African Americans, Hispanics, and Asians should be on board with them. And if you're not on board the Democrat plantation with their white liberal slave masters, then in their eyes you're a sellout, an Uncle Tom, there's other nonsense. They'll label you as well because the libtards like to label people. To me, the alt-right wasn't fucking alt-right, no such thing, but not talk about that in another video, though. I'm not talking about it here on this one. The labelization and the low tolerance of the libtards, who was drilling Diamond and Silk in front of Congress under oath. But Diamond and Silk, smart as they are, outsmarted them ladies, gave it right back to them, and basically was telling Congress that a lot of us want to tell Congress all our damn lives, basically. That's what we want to do too, But, this is talking about low tolerance, libtard Democrats they have for conservative minorities. It's all about right here. Because they don't like conservative minorities and they want to suppress the conservative speech. In their eyes, free speech only should apply to them, nobody else. But thankfully, millions of us conservatives, of all race, genders, creeds, nationalities, we're standing up, we're speaking out, and we're voting. And we will not be ignored no longer. Not be ignored no longer. And let's talk about North Korea now. Now, here's the thing with North Korea. You'll never hear this on the mainstream media or the lamestream media or the libtard media. Is that a good possibility the first time over 50 years the Korean War will finally end? See, technically as it stands right now, we're still at war with North Korea. We're just under a ceasefire agreement, which can spark up at any time. But President Trump stood up to Kim Jong-un Ding Dong, stood up to him hard, let him know that I am nobody to fuck with, basically. China, pretty much, in my opinion, confirmed that, and so did Russia. And now Kim Jong-un Ding Dong decided, okay, let's negotiate. He went to South Korea, talked to the prime minister of South Korea, and hopefully, some kind of peace treaty was signed, a deal be made. They'll do with their nuclear weapons program and their long-range missiles program. I'm hoping that will happen right here. See, President Trump has done something that all the previous presidents has failed to do. I would say since Eisenhower. I will not mistreat. Even the Korean War happens under Truman's time, under his watch. I will not blame him for this, okay? I will not. President Eisenhower, okay, we'll skip over him. Let's go to Kennedy, Nixon, okay, Kennedy, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush Sr., Clinton, Bush Jr., and Obama. None of those presidents can never really officially ended the Korean War. Hey, I'm just being honest with you. But President Trump is doing just that. He's finally bringing the Korean Peninsula at peace after all this time. See, Kim Jong-un Ding Dong, regardless of what I say about him, I don't think he's just raging lunatic loose on nuclear weapons that the media makes him out to be. I really don't think that, because this guy is smart. This guy went to school in Switzerland, some shit like that, okay? I'm not pro him by no means. I'm just stating the damn truth. And somehow he had in his head that he can just bully the West and bully his way, get what he wants. And now he's realizing it's not going to happen. And it's pretty much at two choices here. Make a deal, make a peace agreement, make peace with South Korea, or risk a nuclear conflict. And I guarantee you, he doesn't want it. So that's why he decided to cave in here. That's why. By him caving in, he probably knows this. He has everything to gain and nothing to lose. So that's what he's doing right now. And hopefully everything works what I expect it will be. President Trump will do something that the previous presidents could never do. And that is to finally have a treaty signed and end to the nuclear war. When that happened, will the media give him credit for this? Probably not, because media outlets like CNN, MSNBC, especially those, the majority of the libtard mainstream medias, does not want to make President Trump look good at all. So they downplay this any way they fucking can and try to do their damnedest to make sure that President Trump had nothing to do with this, basically. That's what they're going to do. Because I know how libtards think. And if you're conservative, I know how libtards think. Okay? Because libtards are not free thinkers like us. Now, move on to North Korea. I want to talk about one more thing I should put on this video. Tyler's video, I apologize. I'm going to talk to a great conservative commentator, a YouTube commentator. He works for Alex Jones Infowar, called Paul Joseph Watson. Now, about a month ago, he says conservatism is the new counterculture, and I believe he is right. I really do believe that. We are the conservatives like me, Paul Joseph Watson, and people like us, Sledgehammer 666, a lot of cats like me, Tree of Logic, stuff like that. We are the new counterculture. We are the edgy people, the people that will talk about shit that nobody else will have the balls to talk about, basically. We're becoming the new counterculture. There's people like us that got President Trump elected to office. There's people like us, and I'll be happy to take credit for helping President Trump get elected. Because I'll help President Trump any way I can to make sure he stays in office. Conservatives like me, I'm pretty sure you will too, But going back to Paul Joseph Watson, when he did that video piece on conservatism is a new counterculture. Now, Comedy Central, I don't know what possessed him to do this, some libtard reporter on Comedy Central, which, by the way, is owned by a libtard billionaire who happened to be like 94 years old. Okay? I mean, So you got a rich billionaire who's a fucking libtard, had his station do a news piece on Paul Joseph Watson, trying to contradict that, try to do a counter argument on that case and shit. There's all this spoof pieces and shit on that, trying to discredit that. And really, they had nothing to discredit that because it's fucking true. It's kind of like the Sex Pistols back in the day, and people that the real edgy punk rock and shit like that. Yes, I'm that guy. A lot of us are that guy. We're the people who likes the punk rock, the heavy metal, and the edgy music back in the damn day. Here we are. We're all middle age, and we like being edgy. We like saying controversial things. We like pissing people off. We like stating the truth and facts, and not sugarcoat it, and basically tell it is, and say how we feel, tell the truth how we see it, and don't give a damn if we piss people off or not. This is exactly who we are. We are the counterculture, and we are rising fast. My videos, believe it or not, are rising. Okay. When I first started doing this, I'd be lucky to get 10 views, to be honest with you. Now my average video is getting like 500-600 views, Not near as Paul Joseph Watson, but I'm starting to get views, getting shares, a lot of comments on my videos. On my tweets are starting getting retweeted and shit like that. So we're the ones are rising right now. And we're the ones is going to defeat the new age liberal, the neoliberal slash libtards of today, basically. We're doing it. And we're the ones who slowly but surely turn the minorities to our side. Diamond and Silk and Kiana West. And I know it made the liberal media, libtards, mad when Kiana West went on the Trump train. He did it for a reason. He didn't give a shit how many people he pissed off or anything else. He did it for his own personal reason. Well, I'm glad to see, I forgot, his wife supporting him, his mother-in-law supporting him, even some rapper's news agency did a tweet and says not all blacks have to vote Democrat. And that is very much true. And I do believe the majority of them is slowly but surely waking up to the Democratic nonsense and the letardness that have been fed to their heads all these years. They're finally waking up to the Democrat plantation, and they're going to, a lot of them, I believe, going to slowly but surely leave the Democratic plantation because they're getting tired of being like the political hound dogs of the Democrat Party, the political pawns of the Democratic Party. Right? That's what they were all these years. Give them little crumbs, they vote Democrat, and they're slowly but surely waking up to the Democratic nonsense. They surely are. Well, I have a lot more stuff I can talk about. Oh, before I shut this out, the caravan, we better pray to God that we keep those immigrants out. Remember I mentioned political pawns earlier? The caravan were these like 1,400 immigrants, some shit like that, want to get political asylum into the United States, where Trump did a tweet out to Mexico and said, hey, if you don't stop, this is your NAFTA deal. It'd be in jeopardy, basically. And Mexico tried to, I guess, stop the caravan, keep on pushing because Democrats, go figure, some rich Democrats on something, went over there and got the caravan going to the United States. The Democrats, the libtards, want this caravan in the United States trying to secure more votes for the Democratic Party right now. They're acting like this is their last ditch effort and they're trying to get them in here before that wall gets built and before a lot of tough immigration laws get passed. But, I just hope we can stop the majority of those people from coming in the United States. I really pray to God that happens. Oh, well, I took up for enough time. I thank you for watching. God bless you. Have a good day, and bye-bye.